Hello and welcome to the online video classes. Good morning dear students. Today we are going to start the third chapter of the history, and the chapter which we are going to study is Jainism and Buddhism. So dear students, today in our video class we will cover these topics. Firstly, sources of information about the spread of Jainism and Buddhism, Angas, Tripitakas, Jatakas, and causes of the spread of Jainism and Buddhism in India. Now let's start with sources. The 6th century BCE is considered a wonderful century in history. Great thinkers like Buddha, Mahavira, Hercules, Zoroaster, Confucius, and Lao Tse lived and preached their ideas in this century. In India, the republican institutions were strong in the 6th century BC. This was enabled rise of heterodox sects against the orthodox religion, dominated by rites and rituals. Among them, most of them successfully were as Jainism and Buddhism, whose impact on the Indian society was remarkable. Now we will study about the sources of the information of the rise of Jainism and Buddhism. When we are going to study about the sources of information of rise of Jainism and Buddhism, we will get information through three resources. First is Angas, second Tripitakas, third Jatakas. First is Angas. Angas are one of the categories of Jain scriptures followed by Shvetambara sect. These are considered to be the Bhagwan Mahavira's direct preaching, his original words in Prakrit language. It is said that Bhagwan Mahavira's doctrine was compiled by his Gandharas in 12 parts. Sanskrit word for part is Anga. These compilations are therefore called as Angas or Agana Angamas, are collectively known as Dvashadhangi. These Angas were orally transmitted from Acharyas to their disciples over the course of some 1000 years, when the Acharyas became increasingly cognizant of difficulty to memorizing the sacred literature and decided to put it into a written form. Knowledge of the one Angama is called Drashtivad. It is said that to have been lost some 200 years after Mahavira, though the subject matter of these Angama and Angama has been referred to Jain scriptures. These Angamas were orally transmitted from Acharyas to their disciples over the course of some 1000 years ago. The 11 Angamas now available are held by Shvetambara Jains to carry the meaning and the original intent of knowledge of Mahavira's teaching. There are other scriptures too, categorized as Upangamas, Shesh Sutras, Mool Sutras, which provided the detailed explanation of Angamas or Angas and other subjects. Now, Tripitaka. Tripitaka, Sanskrit, Tripitaka is traditional term of Buddhist scripture. The version canonical, the Triveda Buddhism, is generally referred to English as the Pali Canon. Mahayana Buddhism also holds the Tripitaka to be authoritative, but unlike Trivandinians, it also includes its canon various derivative literature, the commentaries that were composed much later. The Tripitaka was composed between about 550 BCE and about the start of the Common Era, likely written down for the first time in the 1st century BCE. The Tipavasa states during the reign of Valgamba of Anuradhapura. Monks of that time had previously remembered that Tripitaka and its commentary orally, now wrote them down in books because of the threat of posed by the famine and war. The Mahavamsa also refers the briefly writing down of the canon and the commentaries at this each time. Each Buddhist subtradition had its own Tripitaka for its monasteries, written by its Sangha. Each is consisting of 32 books in 3 parts of teachings: Vinaya Pitaka, Sutra Pitaka, and Abhidharma Pitaka. Now, Vinaya Pitaka or Vinaya Pitaka, rules and regulations of monastic life that range from dress code, dietary rules to the prohibition of certain personal conducts. Sutra Pitaka, sutras were the doctrinal teaching in aphoristic or narrative format. The Buddha delivered all his sermons in Magadhan, and these sermons were rehearsed orally during the meeting of First Buddhist Council just after the Parinirvana of Buddha. The teachings continued to be transmitted orally until they were written down in the 1st BCE. Now, Abhidharma, philosophical and psychological analysis and interpretation of Buddhist doctrine. Now we will study about the Jataka state. Jataka in Jataka, Pali and Sanskrit means birth. Any of extremely popular stories of former lives of Buddha, which are preserved in all branches of Buddhism. Some Jataka tales are scattered in various sections of Pali canon of Buddhist writings, including a group of 35 that were collected for didactic purposes. These 35 constitute books. The last book, the Karya Pitaka, Basket of Conduct of Kuddukuka Nikaya, short collection beyond his Sinhail's commentary of 5th century that is questionably attributed to the Buddhist scholar named Buddha Gosa and called the Jatakvanana or Jatakatha Katha, gathers together about 550 Jataka stories, some of which are quite brief, while others are as long as novels. Each tale began by nothing occasion that prompted its telling, the ends with the Buddha identifying the lives of the people, an introductory story with those of people from the past. There is a humor in these stories and considerable variety. The future Buddha may appear in them as a king, an outcast, a god, an elephant, but in whatever forms he exhibits some virtue that the tale thereby includes. Many Jatakas have parallels in the Mahabharata, great epic of the Bharata dynasty, the Panchtantra, animal fables, the Puranas, the collections of legends, and elsewhere in non-Buddhist Indian literature. Some turn up again in the such places as Yusuf's fable, and the Jataka's stories have been illustrated frequently in sculpture and painting throughout the Buddhist world. Now we will study about the causes for the rise of the Jainism and Buddhism. First is reaction against ritualism, corruption in religion, rigid caste system, difficult language, political situation. Among all these, whenever we will study about all, we will find that The primary cause for the rise of the Jainism and Buddhism was the religious unrest in India in the 6th century BC. The complex ritual sacrifices advocated in the later Vedic period were not acceptable to the common people. The sacrificial ceremonies were also found to be too expensive, too superstitious, and beliefs, mantras, and confused the people. The teachings of the Upanishads, an alternative to the system of sacrifices, were highly philosophical in nature, therefore not easily understood by all. Therefore, what was needed in larger interest of the people was simple and a short, intelligible way to salvation for a people. Such religious teaching should also be in a language known to them. This needed was fulfilled by the teachings of Buddha and Mahavira. Other than religious factor, social and economical factors are also contributed to the rise of these two religions. The rigid caste system prevalent in India generated tensions in the society. Higher classes enjoyed certain privileges which were also denied to lower classes. Also, the Kshatriyas had the resented domination of priestly classes. It should also be noted that both Buddha and Mahavira belong to the Kshatriya origin. The growth of trade led to the improvement of economic conditions of Vaishyas. As a result, they wanted to enhance their social status, but the orthodox Varna system did not allow this. Therefore, they began to extend the support to the Buddhism and Jainism. It was this merchant class and extended the chief support to the new religion. Difficult language was also considered as the problem. Sanskrit was considered as a sacred language. Most of the Vedic literature was composed in Sanskrit. The priestly class gave discourse and chanted mantras in this language, which common people found difficult to understand. That's why language difficulty is also the reason of the cause of the rise of Buddhism and Jainism. In political situation, in 6th century BC, Magadha was ruled by Bimbisara, later by Agatshatru. Both these rulers were liberal and tolerant. They too were free from Brahminic influence and condemned certain social evils in their kingdom. When the opportunity came, they patronized both Jainism and Buddhism. Now about the agricultural problem, agricultural economy, killing of animals to perform sacrifices was against the interest of the farmers in the Gangetic Valley. The use of iron had made animals drawn, glowing popular. Such as farmers needed a religion who would believe in the protection of the animals. Both Jainism and Buddhism had preached the non-violence and were against the animal sacrifices. These are the some causes for the rise of Buddhism and Jainism. So dear students, today we have covered these topics in our video class. Sources of information about the rise of Jainism and Buddhism, Angas, Triptikas, Jatkas, and causes of spread of rise of Buddhism and Jainism. Now in our next video class, we will study about the Jainism, Mahavira, the teachings of Mahavira, impact of Jainism in the society. Till then, have a nice day. Thank you.